Hey everyone, this is Two Girls One Quick Look of Greedfall. If
Could
y'all...
you stand a little taller, just a tad?
Like this?
Yes, yes. The chin a tiny bit lower. Gaze a little more to the right. There! Now, hold the pose.
So if a lot of people watch this, we'll continue playing it. But it's a 30-hour game, so we wanted to see if people would do it. Let's switch genders canonically real quick, because they already acknowledged that. So there's presets. I already have my own playthrough on Twitch going, but I thought, you know, you would want to pick a preset.
Oh.
Yeah, mine is this face with darker skin and a shaved head. So... this one kind of looks like you. You want this one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can have
Ooh.
like
I like that strong jaw.
this one. This one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we can do... oh, that's... so, in case you guys are wondering, there are... I'm just gonna, like, change the
Play around
face.
for a little bit.
Show them the preset for dark skin. Like, that's pretty much as dark as it goes. So it gets dark, but it's not... I just wanted to show them.
Ooh.
So it doesn't get as dark as, like, the full spectrum of the human population. So I don't know if that bothers people. So there's this lady. Oops. So which hair do you want? For some reason, I really hate this hairstyle. It's just so bad.
Yeah.
If you have this in real life, I'm sure it looks better. I think just the way they
did it,
it looks so bad.
Well, you know,
it's awful.
Yeah.
This one looks cool on you.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm thinking like
I kind of like
lesbian pirate romance book cover.
Yeah.
You know? Does that look like it?
Yeah.
Lesbian pirate romance book cover.
Let's get on those eyebrows.
Yeah. I like these because she looks like mad. But there's other ones that are powerful.
I do love me some thick eyebrows.
And you guys get to see all the choices too.
Ooh.
Do you want these?
Yeah.
Okay. Skin color.
Because she still looks pissed, but they're a little thicker.
You want resting bitch face?
Yeah.
Okay, we can have... these are all natural hair colors, but... ooh, black looks cool.
Yeah, I think I like the darker hair colors.
You want black?
Yeah.
This one looks weird. Eye color.
Oh.
We're gonna have white eyes.
Whoa. It's kind of cool looking.
What, the white ones? You want the white ones? Okay. Alright, we're gonna do magic simply because I know how to play that.
This whole vibe is giving me flashbacks to that game that we didn't get to finish playing because it was broken.
Oh, The Order, 1886?
Yeah, no, we finished The Order. It's the...
No, the other one. The
episodic one. The Council.
The Council, yes.
Which everyone was like, the new episodes are coming out, aren't you gonna... And we were like, we literally couldn't get past...
a certain point.
Yeah. And contacted those
Just
developers.
a few more minutes. You have such an incredibly singular face. That's a compliment, my lady, out of my mouth.
So that thing on her face is a birthmark,
Your
but
particularity gives you character.
you
You're
learn more
still
about it
here?
later.
We have nearly finished. Have you any more need of me, Master?
You haven't forgotten that we're setting sail today, have you?
Of course not.
Oh, she looks so pissy. I love
Your
it.
cousin is nowhere to be found. I've searched the palace from cellars to attics. Your uncle is beside himself.
He was of a mind to paint the town last night. Don't worry. I shall track him down. Make care to your own preparations without wrinkling another frown. We'll meet you on the boat.
It's about time your cousin took account of the responsibilities awaiting him. He should go and inform the ambassadors of Thélème and the Bridge Alliance of his departure.
Have no fear, Master. I will go and see them in his name. I beg your pardon, but urgent matters call me away. Might we finish all this later?
Impossible, my lady. You are leaving with the tide, if what I've been told is correct.
I am sorry, sir, truly. I must be going.
My lady, please, I beg you. Her Highness has personally requested I finish.
Thank you, cousin, for getting me out of that.
So there's a little bit of confusion. So this birthmark, I thought it meant that we had the disease we're about to see everywhere, but we don't. We just, it's like a birthmark, but it's not really a birthmark. I don't want to get too far into it. It's related to the disease, but it's not the disease.
But.
Where? What? What's the butt?
No, her butt.
My butt?
Yeah.
This butt?
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Madam, I'm sorry. I'm afraid that I won't make for good company.
So what I like about this world is there's no sexism and no color-based racism. But there is racism, and there is slavery. But the slavery only happens to the upper class. Yeah, it's really weird.
Bust out the guillotines, like...
So I like how they put into a fantasy setting, no, there doesn't need to be sexism and color-based racism, but we can still have conflict.
Yeah.
Which is something that a lot of people get really frustrated with traditional fantasy settings.
Hey! Green blood!
Kurt!
And so the day has finally come.
This guy's a romance
My
option.
royal fledglings are leaving the nest.
But there's a girl.
Accompanied by their most loyal and tenacious master of arms.
As loyal as your goal.
Enough with the cold mercenary. I know you like us. Still hiding your men in the unsuspecting shadows of the greats of this world, I see.
Hey, our blades are the only thing keeping you dainties alive.
Kurt, I'm not in need of your protection. I'm no longer a child, you know.
Is that so? Well, let's see. Fight with honor!
Yeah, we talked about this on the podcast, but one of my favorite sci-fi stories is one where they don't have sexism, homophobia, or racism. There is still, like, conflict issues between different members of different societies in that world, but, like, because it's constructed in the universe, it, like, you can still have the conflict and understand it without having to be like, oh, this is, like, shitty towards me personally, you know? Because, like, I hate that when it's like, you're like, wow, I love being in this world, but, like, yeah, all, like, the sexism I feel like it's really common where sexism makes it realistic, and I'm like, right, you have to have every
You
character
defend
get
yourself
raped.
well, Greenblood. One might think you had a proper master of arms.
The best.
You already training for your new post of legate? Don't tire yourself. Flattery'll get you nowhere. But for the fight, you have remembered your basics. Your performance just got you out of a final lesson. Unless you want to go through the paces again before we depart.
No. Thanks all the same. I have quite a few tasks to check off my list before we depart.
And here you are already assuming your political functions. And in a hurry. Always too busy. Very well. If you ever want to go over your basics later, visit one of our barracks on the Isle. You'll always find a training partner to give you a friendly fight.
I'll remember that. Thanks. Are your bags packed for the great departure?
Yes, you know I get by with very little. You're not angry that I'm coming with you, I hope.
On the contrary.
Show
I'm
him.
thrilled that both you and Sir de Corsillon are joining our party. A few friends at your side in unknown territory is a boon.
Why is she
Don't
so
tell me the old
sexy?
school teacher is competing against me. By the way, where is our future governor hiding? I was hoping to put his skills to the test as well.
I've no idea. He had plans to celebrate his departure last night, and we haven't seen him since. You know Constantine. I should have gone with him, but my heart wasn't in the mood for a celebration. The thought of bidding my mother farewell.
It is never easy to say goodbye. But you should be going to see her now. She must be waiting for you. I'll meet you in front of the palace. Then we'll go and find Constantine together.
Very well. I'll meet you as soon as I've said my goodbyes.
So this game is only $30.
What?
And it's 30 hours long. It's an indie game. There are some technical issues, but it's $30.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any more technical issues than all these AAA games that come out, you know?
Bethesda.
And Ubisoft and stuff.
Yeah.
But before we move the game on, I just want to say that while I do sing its praises for its lack of sexism and skin-based racism, it does, some people feel like it's a pro-colonialist game. But I want to say that that's valid, but also there's a lot of games that are pro-colonialist. They just don't touch it as directly as this game does. Because this game goes, yeah, this is what you would do if you were a colonialist, and this is how people would feel, and people would be mad, and people would die. And or people would be oppressed, and like it would be bad. And I feel like it touches it much more directly without skimming over it. I haven't finished it yet, so I could be wrong, but so far it feels like it definitely doesn't like smooth it over as
Yeah.
much as other games do. Because
mean-
like Dragon Age Inquisition was a colonialist game.
It does kind of remind me of how, like, a lot of games are very pro-war, but they don't really get recognized as that because it's just like, oh, like, you're just running around killing people, and it's like, right, but this is actually, like,
You're literally in a war.
yeah, like, this is a pro-war narrative, and, like, to not recognize that, you know, I mean, like, it's okay to have games where it's like you're running around killing people, but at the same time, you gotta recognize what it is.
But then when a game comes out that's talking about being pro-war, suddenly, oh no,
it's politics.
it's politics. But I want to say at the same time, if you're somebody from like who's native New Zealander, Native American, or Native Australian and stuff like that, it's totally valid to not want to like play
Yeah.
this game or want to support it or not want to do that. Like, I'm not saying that you're wrong for saying this game is bad. I just want to say that like it doesn't gloss over it. So I feel like that's a positive.
What is this? Have you not been taught to knock? I've asked 1,000 times. Oh, it's you, my dear child. Mother, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble getting used to your condition. Come now, let's speak of more pleasant things.
Don't touch.
I'm so very happy to hear your voice.
It's okay.
You remind me so much of your father. I do miss him so. Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about. Yes, but the idea of leaving you behind, alone and ill. Dying, my child. Alas, there is nothing you can do by staying that would ease my suffering. One thing brings me cheer. They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Even if I were to find it, I would never be able to return in time to...
I know. But it brings me comfort to know my daughter has left on a mission to heal her people. Come now. It is time for you to take leave. Here. Take this with you.
What is it?
A family heirloom. Something that... Take it and keep it with you. May it bring you good luck.
No, it's
All
okay.
my
She won't.
blessings
It's
go
fine.
with you, my child. Now, be off.
The disease is based off of the Great Plagues of Europe, but it kind of works more like leprosy, where you can touch people and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it still like gives me the heebie-jeebies.
That's your mama.
Moms are gross.
But check out our outfits.
We got some sharp-ass cheekbones. That's cool.
Yeah, and all the outfits. I like how women wear both dresses and also like naval uniforms.
Yeah.
Like these are both women's, and they're like both okay and valid.
I really dig when in like historical context stuff, it's not like you're not wearing a full skirted bustle. You know, like let me just wear some fucking pants.
Yeah, some women want to wear that, but when we're a princess.
Mm-hmm.
It's done.
Sorry, Greenblood. Look, we can see the masts of the ship that'll be taking us. This is one sacred adventure we're embarking on.
I hope this island will keep its promises.
In order to know that, we'll need to find Constantine first.
You were right. Maybe he is already at the port. He was so eager to leave.
This will be quite the chore to finish before our departure. The commander wants to recover some merchandise from our supplier, but the transporter doesn't want to deliver. I did all I could to persuade. Nothing came of it. All the parliamenting fatigues me. But this is your domain. I wouldn't say no to a little help.
Of course. Where is the supplier located?
In the lower boroughs, near the port.
Right then. We'll put it on our list of visits.
Greenblood, do you need something?
I wondered if you ever felt lonely.
I always do. Why, do you want to rectify this?
So if you hit on him, he gets mad.
Oh!
If you hit on people before they're ready to be hit on,
I mean,
they're like, they kind of act like you're a scumbag. So
that's kind of real though.
Yeah, like so I was going through like every time they'd be like, "Did it?" I'd be like, "Hey, hey," and they'd be like, "I thought you were different," and I was like, "I'm sorry."
I hope to have kept you good company for all these years. After all, we were always together.
And these memories I hold dear. You've always been extraordinary, Greenblood, but I had to watch over you. You were my responsibility. That didn't leave us much time for friendship.
What about now?
No.
I hope that we'll have more time. Anything else?
Don't worry, guys. There's two dudes you meet first, but then there's a woman you meet, and she's bisexual. So you can be gay in this
rest
game.
easy.
Yeah, so don't get stressed, okay? You can be gay or straight, but you can be a gay dude or a gay lady in this game.
I must leave you.
We didn't dress up like a lesbian pirate for nothing, okay? The way she runs. But this game, like,
we
look
made
at
the
it.
exact same noise.
I know.
How is that?
Because we're synced. But look at this game, dude.
Oh.
I can't believe nobody knows about it. Every time I stream, people are like, what is this game? I've never heard of it. And I'm like, guys, game is amazing. Mm-hmm. It's only $30 and it has all this detail and it's indie and you know they tried really hard to not be problematic and they accidentally did anyway, but whatever. There's a lot of looking at the map in this game. My pains are getting stronger and stronger. My guts are churning. It's getting harder and harder for me to run the shop. Some evenings I can't even feel my legs anymore. It's as though they've turned to ice. There's no longer any doubt. The Malachor has got to me like so many others. Today I had so little strength that I couldn't even cross the road to my shop. Who needs books when everybody is dying anyway? All that's left for me to do is drag myself to the little dispensary they installed behind the barracks and hope they can ease my suffering.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I was looking around the town and I was thinking to myself, you know, maybe the Malachor is due to just hygiene? Just saying.
I mean, that has been a common reason for disease. If you had to boil it down, you know?
But the disease, it basically makes your blood black. So then, that's why everyone has the little thingies all over their bodies.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, I have been told that you were named legate. Congratulations. Those are great responsibilities for someone as young as yourself. But you will bring honor upon your family and the congregation. Of that, I'm certain.
I thank you, Excellency. I've come here to inform you of our departure for Teer Fradee. My cousin Constantin is taking office as governor of New Serene, and I'm accompanying him.
I had no idea you would be leaving so quickly. What a shame. I had thought... Well, then, that is a pity. Have a pleasant voyage. A brilliant future awaits you. They say that it is a marvelous island. Please convey to your cousin my congratulations and sincere wishes for success.
You seem slightly hesitant. Please, tell me what troubles you.
A rather unscrupulous individual has been sowing trouble in Serene. A charlatan passing himself off as an alchemist.
Do people actually give credence to these lies?
Alas, yes. They snatch up his celebrated panacea. Remedies worse than the ill, believe me. As you can well imagine, alchemists are our pride. This vulgar trickster casts dirt upon their reputation and our own at the same time. In any city of the Bridge Alliance, we would have arrested him. But here, we respect your laws.
I shall see what I can do, but make no promises. My departure is imminent.
I thank you, Excellency. And I am pleased to see you have taken so well to your new functions of diplomacy. The man operates in the city center. He is said to be clever and mean. Be careful.
We can ask about all these things, but
I need
won't.
to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Find the charlatan.
I think so. We're supposed to be the equivalent of European colonists. But with a little tinge of Roman colonization. So by the way, yeah, this game is not, you know, all sunshine and rainbows. There are problematic things about it. So if it bothers you, that's valid and okay.
Good day, Excellency.
Lady de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I have come to inform you that my cousin Constantin and I are departing for Teer Fradee on the hour.
Ah, yes. I did indeed hear talk that you had both received callings of greater stature. Allow me to congratulate you. Were you not named legate of the congregation?
You are correct, Excellency. I thank you.
It is a station of great honor that I am sure you will fill with brio and panache. The Mother Cardinal Cornelia will be enchanted to work with you, and your cousin in the future. I only regret that your departure is so sudden.
Really?
To be entirely honest with you, I was hoping to solicit your help in a rather delicate matter.
Tell me more about it, and perhaps I can take care of your problem before my departure.
Very well. A small group of dangerous heretics has found refuge in Serene. We know that your uncle tolerates the presence of all pagans within the city walls. But these particular non-believers threaten the fragile harmony of this place. We would consider it a tremendous favor if you would arrest them and deliver them to our guard.
Heresy is not a crime in Serene. You do know that, but I'm sure that my uncle would hear your arguments. Why call on my intervention?
The prince would indeed give us his blessing, but it would take time Far too much time. For according to our sources, these fugitives have already made contact with a smuggler to take them who knows where.
I see. You were hoping that I'll be able to do something before they make it to an enemy city. If your heretics are planning on boarding a ship, then they must be in the dockyards. I'll look into this and see what I can do. I must be going.
So
farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sardet.
There's one thing that I like about this game, in that I don't know if we'll get to it within this quick look, and you know, if a lot of people watch this, we'll do more. But if not a lot of people watch this, I'm streaming this on Twitch, is that a lot of the situations you can get out of by either bribing them or specking into charisma. So if you're a person who likes to roleplay as somebody who doesn't fight a lot,
Who's just super slick.
who's just slick as fuck,
Yeah.
you can play as that. Just spec into charisma. I mean, you're still gonna have to go out in the world, but I think I'm about 6 to 8 hours in, more than that. And I've only really had to do open world fighting. Every time there's been the need to really fight someone, it hasn't been a big deal.
Good day, my lady. How might I be of service?
You can start by explaining to me why you refuse to honor the orders agreed upon with the guard.
There's been a misunderstanding, madam. Of course we're ready to honor the orders. In fact, I've already had a word with your master-at-arms.
They're asking that we pay again, despite having already paid.
It's just that the price has gone up since. I've nothing to do with it.
This is inadmissible. If you agree on a sum, you need to honor that agreement.
I'm sorry, madam. I'm just an agent, and I'm only obeying orders.
Your master has apparently asked you to demand a second payment for this merchandise.
That's right. He told me that their attendant seemed to be hiding something when he passed the order. And so he must have thought the guard would end up paying in the end, whatever he asked for.
I'll be damned. And I'm the one they've sent to settle the affair.
Sorry, Captain. It's nothing personal. I'm only following orders.
Following orders? Yeah, we hear you. Makes one wonder which one of the two of us is a coin guard.
Why don't we go and solicit other suppliers, Kurt?
When we've already paid for the merchandise? If these thieves agree to reimburse the original payment, it's what we do immediately. And do know, in the future, we won't be shopping with them. Well, I should think not.
This whole story sounds suspicious and stinks of a scandal. You were demanding a second payment, but refused to reimburse the one that was already made.
I'm not the one demanding nor refusing. It's my master.
This stubborn fool is pushing me to madness. You understand now why I'm asking for your help?
So I spec'd into charisma, so there's a 75% chance I will get this.
I don't think you understand who you were dealing with. Perhaps I failed to present myself properly. Lady de Sardet, niece of the Prince d'Orsay and legate of the Congregation of Merchants. During our conversation, you explained to me that your master forced you to commit a crime. That's regrettable, especially as you will be considered his accomplice in extortion and theft. You know as well as I that the Congregation does not tolerate such illegal activities.
But I'm only obeying orders.
That's a shame. Well, as orders are the only language you seem to understand, I order you to return the guard the merchandise without delay, unless you'd rather your master is hung, and that you finish your days in prison.
As you request, my lady. I shall go immediately and ask that these crates be delivered to the attendant.
Now that's a wise decision.
Thank you. I was beginning to think this would never end. You're certainly honoring your new title. Bravo! The quartermaster must be expecting us.
So you can gain reputation with different factions. One is a religious, horrible faction.
Yeah.
One is just a regular, we want to take over everything faction. Or you can join with the locals of the place that we're about to horribly invade.
Oh, hell yes.
So
join with the locals and usurp your own government?
Yeah, pretty much. So I, on my playthrough, I'm joining with the locals. It seems like the only right thing to do. Because your introduction to the religious ones are them burning some fucking animal alive and choking some dude.
But what did the animal do to deserve it?
Nothing! No, but I was saying, it was like really sad because they're like,
we don't know the whole story. We don't know what it did.
There's two sides to every story.
Two sides.
But there's so many different ways to play this game depending on how you spec. It's pretty interesting. You can make a bunch of... I would suggest specking into crafting because you can upgrade your armor and everything.
Citizens, I present to you Panacea, the absolute cure of everything.
Yeah, this guy.
Toothache, stomach ailment, and even an open wound. This potion heals all of that. And more still, this little phial is the product of years of research and intensive labor. I hear you asking if this remedy can heal one from the Malachor. Alas, not yet. But your question is legitimate. I am so close to finding the cure. But the Malachor isn't the only ailment causing you to suffer. Not true? Then don't miss out on this chance and give yourself a healthy and energized life. Rejoice! A phial only costs a few coins, and well worth it to make your life shiny and new again.
Does it really heal everything, your potion?
Everything. No. Absolutely everything. Except the Malachor, of course. That being said, it is known that those in top health resist the Malachor best of all. Then don't throw away this chance. Think of all the pains that this potion could help you avoid.
You are right. It's a deal. I'm gonna take two.
There's a man that knows a good deal when he sees one. Hurry now. There won't be enough for everyone.
There he is. He's our man, no doubt.
Ah, you're finally tempted.
In all honesty, I haven't made up my mind yet. I want to be certain that I'm not dealing with a charlatan.
In this day and age, I can't blame you. What might I do to convince you?
Are there any nasty side effects with this remedy of yours?
There are none. You will feel nothing but an intense sense of well-being.
Will you drink one of your potions to prove your good faith?
Of course. I take a little sip every morning. But as I'm in perfect health, you won't be able to verify the improvement in my condition. But if it helps you make up your mind, give me just a moment. There now. As you see, I am still in excellent condition.
Come on now. I saw you take that vial out of your pocket. Nothing proves that it's the same potion that you sell to your clients.
As a man of science, I consider skepticism a remarkable quality. But in your case, it is not skepticism, but blindness.
We need to steal one of these potions and force him to drink it.
Brilliant idea.
I wish you were good at Excellency.
I mean, rock on.
We need to steal and force.
Yeah.
The weird alchemist of the Alliance who rented a room upstairs specifically asked us not to leave it clean it during his stay. This old fool must not want us to accidentally break his files or something, so leave him in his filth. The customer is always right. These pages are covered in small, almost illegible handwriting, experiment results, patient observations, and incomprehensible symbols. But the complexity of some recipes leaves no room for doubt. The author was a true alchemist, and was certainly very knowledgeable.
Leave me in filth.
So we got the charlatan's antidote.
And death to the others!
You're running out of energy.
Was that a bitch squad? That was an all-girl gang, dude.
Sweet.
Good thing we killed him. Sometimes they'll drop their own outfits, and then you can wear their outfits.
Oh.
And in order to sneak into different factions and stuff, all you have to do is wear that faction's clothes.
Oh, nice.
So there's a Knot faction that you can meet. There's all kinds of people. It's hard to do a quick look of this because there's so much in the first starting area. The starting area takes about 2 hours to finish, and it's not boring. And it's interesting because then you get to go across the sea into the new world or whatever. And it's super cool.
Have you finally made up your mind?
I happen to have a vial of your medicine. Would you be willing to drink it in front of us? To prove that there is no risk?
This bullying is trying my patience. I'm beginning to suspect that you might be working for a rival.
You refuse to taste it?
You might have put something in it to cause me harm or further disgrace.
No, look. The vial is still sealed. It comes straight from your stock.
And you dare challenge me when you have just admitted to being a thief?
Come now. You can see for yourself that I'm gladly returning your vial, so that you might drink it in front of witnesses. This might help to dissipate my doubts, as well as those of these brave folk.
Yes, no, you don't have the right.
Damnation. He got away. He can't have gone far.
Find him, before his head ends up on a spike.
Think back to the note that we found. We need to take a look at the tavern. He won't leave the city without his belongings.
Go get him!
Are your boots worn through?
So, it kind of reminds me of, like, how, like, they used to have all these, like, crazy wackadoodle, like, oh, this, like garlic juice, it cures everything. And people fall for it. And it's like, we act like, you know, who would fall for that? But,
as Sawbones podcast says, if it cures everything, it cures nothing.
You'll find all you need in our selection.
But also, I feel like when people are like really desperate and like they feel like they have no options, then they're a lot more willing to believe, you know, crazy crap.
The thing about the quests in this game is you never know what the right answer is. Sadly.
Charlatan!
Wait. Last time I didn't read this. I am genuinely sorry to learn that you have not found peace you were hoping for in Serene. Since your departure from the academy, the situation has been deplorable. Those you have accused are now behaving as if the rules do not apply to them, regularly performing questionable experiments, and there is nothing that the rest of us can do apart from keeping a low profile. I sincerely hope you will eventually find some place where you can be at peace. Your friend. So, I didn't read this letter until after I spoke to this dude when I played the first time. So, now let's talk to him after reading it.
You again? What are you doing in my room?
I'm not the only one that's found you. Have you seen the mob that's gathering in the street?
I'm neither deaf nor blind. By the spheres. Why didn't I leave the city while there was still time?
The Alliance ambassador is quite unsettled by your commerce. And he's the one who sent me.
Sahin. Him again. Ruining my career wasn't enough for him. He's the very reason I had to leave the Alliance. And here I am, playing the part of the potion maker. Me, who was once a respected member of the Academy of Al-Sad.
Dr. Sahin warned me that you were an imposter.
That doesn't surprise me, coming from him. I was a master alchemist. I understand if you don't believe me after all that, but I have a number of documents to prove it. I would still be one if Sahin hadn't set off a chain of machinations to disgrace me.
Why does Sahin bear you such hatred?
I wasn't fortunate enough to oppose certain great minds of the Academy, to criticize their methodology. I saw them inflicting torture on sick prisoners, making them drink the most vile poisons. To find a remedy to the Malachor, they won't hesitate to kill. I could not keep my silence.
It is for an act of courage that you fell from grace, and earned Sahin's hatred. Are you not ashamed to have poisoned those poor souls?
These potions are not harmful. That is to say that they don't contain any harmful ingredients.
But you could just as easily produce real healing potions. So why don't you?
You don't understand. I fled, but I haven't put a stop to my own research. This potion is an attempt to create in those who drink it a resistance to the Malachor.
So you manipulate people to use as experimental fodder? That is completely unethical.
I don't have a choice, but it does not harm them, I assure you.
If this potion were inoffensive, then why wouldn't you drink it when I offered it to you?
I ran tests on myself for such a long time that I ended up becoming intolerant to it. A small sip of this mixture provokes in me now a violent reaction. I mean, the mob would have been furious in any case, but a normal dose, I assure you, is without risk.
Your methods don't seem so different than those of your colleagues.
I don't torture people. And this potion only has side effects in high doses.
Perhaps, but you are hurting innocents. I cannot let your commerce continue.
So, what are you going to do with me, my lady?
What do you want to do?
Let's arrest him.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I don't trust you. I'm going to deliver you to Dr. Sahin.
My lady, I beg you to spare me.
I've heard enough. You are under arrest.
How unjust.
But he was telling the truth. He was telling the truth.
Yeah, but he's also experimenting on people.
I am finished. Sahin is going to throw me in the bottom of a deep cell, if not worse.
True. He's like, they were experimenting on people. Are you doing that? Yes.
I experimented on myself long enough that I developed an intolerance to it. Okay? You
Your
poisoned
Excellency.
yourself?
Lady de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the Coin Guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say that I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. He is hiding in a room in the Coin Guard Tavern.
Why didn't you have him arrested?
Angry citizens have gathered round the building. They have sworn to avenge themselves after discovering his fraud. I decided it better to avoid the mob. But if you wish to capture him alive, I advise you to hurry.
Governor Buren will be happy to learn that a legate with great assiduity will soon be joining the island of Tir Fredi. Thank you for your help, Excellency, and allow me to offer you this modest present for your voyage.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lady de Sade.
Level 2. Skills.
So yeah, it's not that I didn't believe him, but he's experimenting on people, and I don't have confidence that he would stop doing that if we helped him leave.
Don't you understand? People were being experimented on. What are you doing?
Experimenting
on
on people without telling them. Like, and stealing their money on a miracle potion that is not real.
They're gonna put me in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. What?
What?
We'll go meet this, the sailor, and, What? I can't. They just decided to attack. Sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah.
At our tabletop roleplay group yesterday, everyone was giving me a hard time because one of our like friends, like an NPC, got killed and we find his corpse, and I was like, I loot the body, and everyone's like, that's our friend, why are you looting?
Just like, wait 10 seconds before you loot a body. Let them mourn.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince would be off before the tide.
So this is the Maori.
You, man, carry that properly. That porcelain is worth more than your life.
The Maori guy who with the Maori
some
face
children
markings.
we'd be best to refuse.
He is not
Captain Vasco.
Maori. He's like stealing.
And you are?
I'm de Sade, the prince's niece. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It's a ship, not a boat.
Apologies.
Apologies for my asking, but the young governor isn't with you.
He didn't come home this morning. I need to find him before departure.
I hope nothing's happened to him or he hasn't changed his mind. The tide does not wait.
Perhaps he simply celebrated his imminent departure with a little too much enthusiasm. Is everything ready?
We're short a crew member. The cabin boy is missing. But have no fear, we will leave without him if he does not present himself before the tide.
Is he an important member of the crew?
We don't need him for sailing or navigation. He's only a cabin boy.
He must have simply had a bit too much to drink in celebrating his departure. Like another I know.
I doubt that. Jonas was never one to fancy drink. And it's been 2 days since last he was seen. No, I fear something bad has happened to him. Might I ask you, if you hear anything, could you report it to me? I would like to set sail with a clear mind.
So, he's not Maori, he is a white man, but they decided to use, well, it appears they decided to use that inspiration for the Knots, which are a people who
I was just gonna ask what the, like, in-universe reason is.
Yeah, so the Knots are people who take children. Anybody who's born on one of their boats belongs to them. And also, you can settle your debts to them by giving them your children.
Okay.
That's how they feed their whatever. And
do they sacrifice children to the nautical gods?
No, they have no gods. They're literally just a merchant guild.
Interesting.
But they've been around for like hundreds and hundreds of years.
So their currency is children?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Okay. It sounds like child slavery to me.
It is. The thing that I think is interesting is that most of the children and people on there are either people who were born on the boat or children of rich families who like traded their children in order to make like really cool deals.
Wow.
Yeah. So, interesting.
You haven't heard anything about my cousin by chance, have you? To be honest, we were hoping to find him here.
Did you say he was intending on celebrating his departure? My men spoke of a rather animated party that went down at the Coin Tavern, but I haven't heard anything else.
That isn't the safest place in the city. I hope nothing has happened to him.
Let's go and find him. Thank you, Captain.
Happy to be of some help.
So, yeah, this game is not problematic free. But
you know, it would have been cool if instead of doing, like, the face tattoos that are so close to, like, these other tattoos.
Yeah, because, like, I looked at them, I was like, these look exactly like Maori face tattoos. Yeah. And then I looked them up, I'm like, these are for sure inspired.
If they had just turned those into, like, I don't know, like,
anything
tentacles, like, they could have been, like, you know, like sea monster tentacles, that could have been cool, and that would have been, like, a nautical theme, and also not
weird.
Weird.
Yeah, because they could have done that, but they look exactly like them. So I was like, dude, whatever.
Be back soon, Captain.
So that was the quick look. If you guys liked that, hopefully enough of you watched. If not enough people watched, I'm playing it on Twitch, and you can watch me there. Or you can buy it for $30. I think it's on PS4 and PC. I don't know about Xbox One, but it's on a lot of different things. It's a good price. It's about 30 hours long. There's lots of different ways you can play. You can romance men or women as any gender. But there's only like one woman who's bisexual and one guy who's bisexual. So this dude, obviously is bisexual.
Obvious. I love obvious. I mean, look at him.
Come on. He's a sailor. He goes on the sea. It just, like...
Also, like, you know, all those tattoos around his mouth, like...
Yeah.
You know?
It just... Sorry.
You don't do
sorry,
that.
I know bio-truths.
You don't do that unless you really like...
things in your mouth.
Licking genitals.
Yeah. Any genital.
Any genital.
It doesn't matter what the genital is.
Yeah.
But it's a really cool game. I hope a lot of people watch this so we can have our own playthrough, Stacy and I.
Yeah.
Because I want to see what Stacy is all about with this. There's so many, like, cool environments. It's really a lot like Dragon Age Inquisition. But with a lot less downtime between things that are happening. If you're doing something, there's a lot of cutscenes, a lot of character talking, a lot of world building. I think it's just very cool. And then there's glitches like that, yeah. But I just can't believe something like this is only $30.
Slide to the left.
Slide
to the right.
Everybody clap your hands. Okay, bye.
Bye.